Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for more than 3 years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we're shipping out today on Friday, so like a small amount of stuff, but still pretty decent. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So the first thing right here is I was listing these yesterday. These are going to be C3I magazine inserts right here. C3I is like a wargaming magazine. There's 38 different issues. They have a ton of different inserts which have like different cards or extra little tokens for these games. So this one is some stuff for the Iron and Oaks game right here. So there's some Confederate and Union ships for this like naval game. And then there's two of these rule sheets or like scenarios that show how to play it. So there are all these extra inserts I got. None of them were complete, but they're still like the inserts are going to be additions to the game. So they're fine as incomplete. This ended up selling for $12 plus shipping to a repeat buyer. Everything's going to be plus shipping. All right, next up is going to be this lot of 15 Mech Warrior by WizKids. These are the Spirit Cats type of like their faction. There's little indicators on the bottom of the base that show what faction these mechs are, or the tanks or the infantry. I usually like to lot them up by that because when you play the game, you have to pick a faction and build up a certain number of points. It might be like I have 300 points and you have 300 points, and like this mech might be 80, this tank might be 17. It says it on the base. So yeah, you go ahead and battle on like a gridded map. This is not around anymore, but people still like them. I'll sell them individual or in lots. This ended up going for $31.99 as a lot. Normally I do lots for that kind of stuff, but I did list some individuals just to see if I can like get more money over time, or if people want to cherry pick individual ones. So they kind of have both been selling slowly. I did a video a long time ago with the Mech Warrior collection that I bought. All right, moving along, we got this. I'm not too sure why someone picked it up, but I do like to, where did I put it? Oh yeah, it's super tiny. So this is going to be a Binny's Beverage Depot. It's like an old vintage, one of their little reward scan, like keychain, little dongles that you put on your keychain so you get your rewards points. These things, I don't think they work anymore, but Binny's is just like an alcohol store. I'm not too sure if it's like all over the country. So they have a bunch of them in Illinois, but we like to list little like gift cards or kind of any kind of ephemera. This isn't paper, but I consider this kind of like a tchotchke ephemera type of thing. If there's brands, people want to pick it up for one reason or another, collecting it, or who knows what they're going to do with it. $9.36 there. All right, there was someone a long time ago that messaged, they thought we were Binnies, and they asked if like how to sign up and stuff with the thing. So that one was kind of like a funny message a couple years ago. So I let them know like, hey, we're not Binnies. This is just eBay. We're just like selling it as like a little, it's like a collectible. All right, next up is going to be Starfleet Battles. This right here is going to be a Captain's Module Part 2. So get a bunch of these Starfleet thing. I think it's like Star Trek by Task Force Games right here. It's going to be like an RPG game. This thing is going to have a bunch of stuff where there's like different ships and stuff for them. I've never played this one. We do slowly sell it. So there's going to be, let me see if I can find one of like the, so yeah, here's like one of the details for one of the ships that you can be a captain of. So people like these kind of RPGs. They'll play all sorts of stuff. It doesn't have to be just Dungeons and Dragons. This ended up going for $12.79 to repeat buyer. Like I said, these sell slower, the Starfleet battle stuff, but I still pick it up when I see it just because I know someone will eventually appreciate it. I'm hoping for like a bigger combo order at some point. All right, next up is going to be Flesh and Blood, a Monarch deck. This is going to be, what do they call it? Blitz. There you go. This is the Prism character. I remember this particular deck was super popular when it came out because when there would be these decks that would get released, it might be like 2 different decks you can get, or 4 different decks, and usually there's like the most popular one. Either it's worth the most amount of money, or it's like the strongest one, or the most fun to play. So I remember this coming out a long time ago. I don't know if the Blitz decks were like first edition or not. I don't know if it mattered. I don't know if they had cold foils. I don't think so. That I'm like pretty sure they don't, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this is just like there's 2 different formats. There's like the regular format, forget what it's called, and Blitz is like you play a younger hero instead of the regular aged hero. And I think there's less cards and less life, I believe. So this ended up going for, this is like a starter deck, $15.99. I haven't looked up where Flesh and Blood is in a while. I believed in it early on. I saw it. I didn't play it, but I demoed it for like 30 minutes. I was like, oh, I understand why people are going to like this game, and it has an interesting art style. I think the company is from New Zealand, so it's kind of like just an interesting setup for a card game. Like, I don't think there's many other card games from New Zealand. Maybe Sorcery. I'm not sure where they're located. All right. Next up is going to be this right here, Ballad of the Alamo. This is going to be like a record, like a smaller one. I don't know the details of records. It's just kind of out of my realm. Got a bunch of these for free. I said at one point they're going to be thrown out. They knew we did eBay, so they talked to us, and we just ended up taking them. And I listed like all 200 or so, so it's kind of like a learning experience for me. So yeah, this ended up going for $7.78. So I'm not too sure the different sizes of it. Yeah, not sure. I'm sure people have like preferences for how it sounds, or like the quality of the sound, or maybe it goes in different machines and stuff like that. But all right, I can't speak too much on it. Moving along, we have Raiders of the North board game, just like a little one of the little sheets right here from the board game. I think this board game is pretty expensive if you have it complete. I'm always finding like bits and pieces to these vintage games. They kind of like, you can tell this is kind of like a worse quality than a modern board game. So a lot of stuff can get like liquid damage, ripped, torn, and then people need a replacement. This is going to repeat buyer. This one went for $15. I think this is going to be, I want to say like a naval game. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it. Yeah, it says there's battleships and stuff. So I like selling the little bits and pieces. I feel like I'm helping people complete their board games if they get damaged, because like you really do have to spend a lot usually on most of these vintage board games, like the bigger popular war game ones. It'll be like 100, 200, like just whatever you can find. There's not too much out there that are complete. All right, next up is going to be a 1960s. This is like a Mark's toy, a scuba diver right here with its like two little attachments. I can't remember where I got this from. I think it was like another bin of soldier toys. I think I did a video on that, but maybe it was like a year or two ago. So listed this a long time ago. Ended up going for $10. Yeah, I did that. It was like the Mark's toys. There was a lot of like other toy soldiers. I've been selling a bunch of them. That one was slightly different because it was like this painted scuba diver. It's I don't know if it was from like one of those baggy sets or if it was like a specific kits, but all right. Moving along, we have this Here to Slay board game promo, the elusive trickster right here. I completely forgot what this board game's about. I remember it was on Kickstarter at some point. It's not my style. It's kind of like anime chibi-ish fantasy, just not my style. Plus, I have a bunch of different board games. But yeah, this is, I don't know why this promo is like super expensive. This one is a convention exclusive. I can't remember how I got a hold of it. I think I just got like a bunch of board game promos. This ended up going for $50. So it's probably at like an auction, because like people like to, they get all the promos and stuff that they don't care about. They'll just like auction off, and then they get to like, make up for a little bit of their convention. Going to these conventions are expensive. So $50 normally for a board game expansion, expansions can sell for that much. Promos usually don't. So that was pretty good. I took a lower offer on that one, lower in quotation. So it was pretty good. All right. Moving along, or last thing for the day, The Way of the Tiger Redeemer right here. This is a cool choose your own adventure book. So yeah, other than that, I got a bunch of these choose your own adventure books like a year or two ago. Got like 400, 500 of them. Listed most of them, and I don't want to keep like 75, or at least look through them before we started listing more. I forgot that I had listed the choose your own adventure books because I sold a bunch when I first listed. Now they like slowly sell. But yeah, this one's going international for $17.59. I like the like snow tiger right here with the blue eyes. All right. There was a couple things I forgot to grab, but they're in the other room because I just came from the storage unit and just started recording for you guys. So I'm sorry. But yeah, there was like 3 more items. I'll just go through really quickly. There were some Warzone objective cards for like some kind of miniature game. It was just like an incomplete like pack of them. It was like 22. And then that ended up selling for $12. Then there was like a model kit for some 1900s like cars, just like a little model kit box. I had 2 of them, kind of like a cheaper plastic, only sold for $7. So someone's gonna just have fun building 2 little cars. It wasn't like one of those super fancy kits. Then there was like some miniature accessories where it's like little guns, little bullets for 20mm miniatures where they can use them to accessorize like a battlefield and terrain and stuff. So they were like a pack of metal, just like kind of like just random accessories. It was like called like an accessory pack or something. All right, that's all in the other room. I forgot to grab it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.